Hi, everyone. It's great to see you here tonight. Well, of course, I can't see you, but at least you can see me. And what a joy it is to be here, and how we miss singing together. We've been tied to our houses, but I know that one day we'll be able to once again happily sing together live. And we will remain united through the music that brings us together. That's the strength of our barbershop community. From all of us at Holland Harmony to all of you at BABS, lots of love.
Hello from sunny Spain. The SABS board would like to wish you good luck for a great show. I'm sure it's going to give us lift our spirits in this time when we can't sing together. Good luck, everybody. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Hey everybody, Donnie Rose coming to you from Nashville, Tennessee, representing the Barbershop Harmony Society, saying to you, my BABS friends, to have the best BABS live show ever on August 30th. You know, Barbershop brings us together, and it's not the only thing that brings us together. Boom! Thanks friends, and have a great show.
Hi everyone, I'm Nancy from Labs, and I'd like to thank BABS for sharing this marvellous live show with all of us. What a few months we've all had. Who would have guessed that we would all now be tech experts? In fact, who had even heard of Zoom 6 months ago? This period has certainly been a challenge for all of us, with many needing to adapt to life under lockdown. But it's been refreshing to see how the barbershop community here in the UK and indeed across the world has responded to the prospect of not being able to sing together in our traditional way. Whether as an individual, a club or an organisation, we have all been able to show our love of harmony and strengthen our bonds. I hope that we can continue to work together and emerge from this difficult period stronger than ever. Thank you again, BABS. And I hope that you will all join Labs for their own Labs Big Weekend, which will start on the 30th of October, which is a Friday. We look forward to seeing you then. Thanks very much, everybody. Bye-bye.
Hello, Chief.
All right, Chief. I've got to be a bit quick. We're only a couple of minutes away, and I cannot wait to actually see you in person again.
I'm so ready for our lovely picnic. See you in a bit.
Hey!
You ready to go?
Yeah!
Thanks so much for coming to see me, Chiefy.
My pleasure. Time really flew, didn't it?
It did. Oh, crumbs! We're on in an hour!
Oh, sugar.
Hello and welcome to BABS Live. I think James should be back with us any second now.
Oh, sorry I'm late. I may not have kept up with my running over the last few months.
You do you, Jimmy. Anyway, we have an amazing show lined up for you tonight. While we should have been getting together for some great barbershop education this weekend, instead we're going to bring the spirit of Harmony College to your Sunday night.
We have all of those amazing performances, wonderful memories about Harmony College, and fascinating interviews from some of the college's recent educators.
We'll also be joined again by the fount of barbershop knowledge that is Sam Hubbard to look at the origins of BABS' Harmony College with a new hubcast. It could be an Attenborough-style documentary, or it could all be an iambic pentameter. Who can say?
Once again, we want to hear from you tonight, and we'll be featuring your contributions throughout the show with our wonderful social media correspondent, Shanna Wells. How are you doing, Shanna?
I'm very well, thank you guys. Loving the shirts. We've already had loads of comments on the Facebook and YouTube streams. We want to hear how you're watching the show, so get involved and send in those photos. Lisa has made a very appropriate baking project, which is sandwiched together with her first attempt at making jam, foraged from blackberry brambles near her house. Can you send me a slice, please, Lisa? The Philharmonics say hello from all the way in sunny Spain. Mark Grindle says hi from Cyprus, and Sam Wolf is living his best life while watching on YouTube. Remember, keep sending us your comments and photos. Hashtag BABS Live.
Thanks, Shanna. We'll hear from you again in a bit.
Later on in the show, we'll share the inspiring chats we had with Steve Scott, Jordan Travis, Rhiannon Owens-Hall, and Vocal Spectrum.
We had to try very hard to stay professional in that last one. To get the show going, here's a song from when they were guests at the 2014 BABS convention.
I saw a peanut stand, heard a rubber band, I saw a needle that winked its eyes. But I don't see about everything when I see an elephant fly in the sky. I saw a front porch swing, heard a diamond ring, I saw a polka dot railroad tie. Oh my! But I don't see about everything when I see an elephant fly. I even heard a chocolate drop, but when it storms off the bicycle shop. You can't deny the things that you see, but I know there's certain things that just can't be. The other day by the chance saw an old barn dance, and I just laughed till I thought I'd die. But I'd be done seeing about everything when I see an elephant fly. And I'm gonna diggity dive. I saw a close horse, he bred up in walk. And I know I made a vegetable truck. But I know there's certain things that just can't be. No, they just can't be. I saw a peanut stand, heard a rubber band. I saw a needle that winked its eye. That winked its eye. But I'd be dancing about everything when I see an elephant fly. When I see an elephant flying, fly my way up high. Now I think I will have seen most everything. When I see an elephant
We'll chat to the guys in a little while, but for anyone watching who hasn't experienced Harmony College before, here's Andrea Day with all the details of what you've been missing.
Since its inception in 1979, the weekend-long Harmony College has been BABS's flagship educational event, with a whole host of different learning opportunities to choose from for all abilities. With classes from some of the leading lights of Barbershop both in the UK and internationally, and a friendly buzz around the place, it's no wonder that this annual event regularly pulls in over 200 attendees. Harmony College is organised into several different streams, which allow you to focus on one area of the barbershop experience. There are 2 chorus streams to choose from. The college chorus, led by Quartet gold medalists, is ideal for beginners looking to sing in a big group. And if you're looking for more of a challenge, then the audition chorus might well be for you. If quartetting's more your thing, bring your mates down for a weekend of expert coaching in the quartet stream. Or for another challenge altogether, join the extreme quartets and get coached as part of a chorus on 6 songs you've learned before arriving, then take part in a quartet competition with 3 other participants chosen at random. There's also a directing stream for anyone looking to develop their chorus leadership skills, an arranging class to help you learn how to make your own charts for your group, and a youth stream for singers under the age of 26. Or if you can't decide between those, there's personal development, where you can pick from a series of classes from our pool of educators to help develop your all-round musical knowledge. The classes are led by some of Britain's most talented and experienced barbershoppers from across BABS and the 2 ladies' organisations, Labs and Sweet Adelines. In case that wasn't enough, every year they're joined by a special guest educator from abroad who has been involved in barbershop at the highest level for many years. In addition to teaching across the streams, the special guests often give an inspiring keynote speech about how barbershop is evolving and the lessons that they've learned while involved in the hobby. And you can also catch them putting the new BABS Quartet gold medalists through their paces in a public coaching session. And if you're looking to fill a bit of time between classes, you could sing a song with the new quartet champs and a chorus made up of all the ladies at the college. At the end of a hard day's learning, there's only one thing left to do: get socialising in an afterglow. Every night sees the whole college get together and share what they've been learning through the day. And when you've had a couple of days' hard work and want to show off the fruits of your labour, that's what the Saturday night show's for. All the quartets, choruses and everything in between take part in one of the most fun events of the year, followed of course by an epic afterglow, while trying not to forget there's still another day of classes to go. So that's Harmony College, a weekend of singing, learning, chatting and a great chance to really get to know some of the people you may not have had chance to meet at a hectic convention. While it may only last 3 days a year, the Harmony College community is one that continues to grow as time goes by.
Thanks for that, Andrea. Keeping with the theme, we'll shortly hear some music from Trailblazers, whose members have helped to lead the Harmony College Youth Chorus over the last few years.
But before that, here's a little chat we had with one of last year's guest educators.
We are delighted to be joined by renowned barbershop coach and vocal guru, Steve Scott. Hi, Steve.
Hello, thank you.
Great to have you with us. You first came to the attention of a lot of barbershoppers with Central Standard Chorus from Kansas City, but that wasn't the start of your involvement in the hobby, was it?
No. I started singing barbershop when I was 11, which is nearly 30 years ago now, and I started singing in the chorus that my dad directed. And then once Val Hicks moved into town, he became my director when I was in high school. And I sang in a quartet with my brothers and a friend down the street and did some various things in high school, but I've been doing barbershop pretty strong since I was a kid.
Central Standard have always had a reputation for high quality singing from a small group, and as a result, you and their director Rob Mance have become the barbershop world's go-to expert on all things technique related. How did that partnership start? Did you bump into each other at a seminar on phonation?
No, good question. Actually, I think it was kind of happenstance. I moved to the Kansas City area, which is in the middle of the United States, and there were 2 choruses in that city, and I picked Central Standard as the first one that I went to, we quickly realized that we were absolutely pedagogically aligned. We weren't into the fluffy frou-frou stuff that we'd both, been exposed to as undergraduate and even master's level students, taking voice lessons personally or participating in choirs where there was a lot of imagery used. And neither of our brains work that way. We're very literal people when it comes to understanding about the voice and explaining about the voice. And so it was very apparent right away that he and I would have enjoyment, a close friendship, and particularly because we speak the same language. Nerd. We speak the nerd language.
Now you're based in Nashville and are a singing coach for international medalists, the Music City Chorus. They're famous for their themed comedy sets. How has that changed your approach to the role?
In a comedy set, you have to be able to understand what they're saying. And so Rob's approach and my approach to the things that we've been teaching this whole time take a little bit of a sharper focus, because our emphasis on natural voice production follows a speech pattern. And that's important as you're delivering a line. If you're trying to be funny and nobody understands what you're saying, you've wasted your time. So because of our emphasis on comedy or entertainment, it's important that the vocal production not get in the way.
Now, followers of Music City Chorus will know that you're a bit of a Star Wars fan. So how much do you think barbershoppers can learn from the Jedi in terms of learning to be in the moment and in tune with their surroundings to help performance?
I am reminded of when Obi-Wan Kenobi put on a blaster shield over Luke's eyes and had him with the ball that was moving and zapping him, right? Yeah. There was something that he said right there. He said, "Let go and let the force go through you." I think at a certain point, to perform at a particularly high level in a convincing way that has impact on the audience and you as a human, you have to let go of the technique. You have to let go. It has to become transcendent. And so it just becomes a part of you. And so your performance is organic while still being kind of planned, but it's still something that is a very human experience. I've never actually had a question like that before. I'm going to be thinking about that the rest of the day. Barbershop, singing, Jedi.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us, Steve. It was great talking to you, and we hope to see you soon.
My pleasure. Thrilled for the invite, and I'm honored to be on this panel with all of your amazing guests, and I applaud BABS for doing all the wonderful things that you're doing. Super strong organization, and proud to have been affiliated with it in all the ways that I have.
The sun comes up, I think about you. The coffee cup, I think about you. I want you so, it's like I'm losing my mind. The morning air, I think about you. I talk to friends, I think about you. And do they know it's like I'm losing my mind, all afternoon doing every chore. The thought of you stays bright. Sometimes I stand in the middle of the floor, not going left, not going right. I dim the light and think about spend nights to think about you. You said you loved me, or were you just being kind? Or am I losing my mind? I want you so. Does no one know? It's like I'm losing my mind. All afternoon doing doing every little chore. The thought of you stays ever so bright. Sometimes I stand in the middle of the floor, not going left, not going right. I dim the lights and think about you. Spend sleepless nights to think about you. You said you loved me, or were you just being kind? Or am I losing my mind? Or am I losing my mind? Drum, 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 drum. What should we do with a drunken sailor? What should we do with a drunken sailor? What should we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Way hey, up she rises. Way hey, up she rises. Way hey, up she rises. Early in the morning. Put him in the longboat until he's sober. Put him in the longboat until he's sober. Put him in the longboat until he's sober. Early in the morning. Way hey, up she rises. Way hey, up she rises. Way hey, up she rises. Early in the morning. Pull out the plug and wet him all over. Way hey, up she rises. Thick sponges, they say, do it. Oysters down in Oyster Bay, do it. Let's do it, baby, let's fall in love. Everybody's falling in love. Clans against their wish, still do it. Even lazy jellyfish, do it. Why not do it? Let's fall in love. Electric eels, I might add, do it. Although it shocks them, I know. Why even ask if Shad, do it? Waiter, bring me Shad, bring shallow shoals. 'Cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. No, there ain't no valley low enough, and there ain't no river wide enough that can keep me getting to you. Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from you. Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from you.
Harmony College is a really special occasion. Sometimes you learn something which completely changes your understanding of barbershop, or you end up tagging with the group of people that become your new quartet. You've been sending us your memories over the last few weeks. Here's what you've been saying.
Harmony College, what can I say? It's always been the highlight of the British barbershop calendar for me. I mean, I love convention and competing, but there's something special about Harmony College. I guess because it's all about learning. There's an amazing atmosphere, and I always come away inspired. I mean, you start the day with wacky warm-ups, and then you go get coaching by the best from both here and abroad. It's amazing. And then you all end up in the evening at the bar, singing and chatting with your mates and the greats into the wee hours, possibly on a table, with the aid of, let's say, more than one glass of red wine. Long may it continue.
It was in the afterglow after the final performance, and the quartet, which were in our pod intersection, they were about to sing a really nice arrangement of the Parting Glass, which happens to be really popular in Ireland. And they thought since I was Irish I might know it, and they asked me if I wanted to sing with them. And it so happened they did, because growing up listening to this, my mother used to sing it in pub sessions and the like. You know, the song itself has very fond memories for me, and it was like one of many moments that weekend that made me feel, as you know, as something of a newcomer, it felt quite welcoming, you know, to to the hobby.
One of my favourite things about Harmony College is that it's a much smaller event than BABS convention in May, so you get these awesome experiences at the Afterglow. One of those for me that really stands out is when we had Vocal Spectrum come over. I spent a lot of that evening tagging with Johnny Maroney, and he taught me one of my favourite tags, "The night you clubbed me, the night we said goodbye," which I just think is brilliant. I also spent a lot of time with Eric Dolby, who throughout that evening kept putting his finger on my chest, and whenever I looked down to see what he was doing, he would boot me on the nose. And you'd have thought I'd have learned by the third time that evening, but I just didn't.
I've been singing Barbershop since 2009, and I've been to Harmony College every year since 2009. I absolutely love it. The highlight for me was 2012, when for the first 6 months of the year I was in hospital with cancer, and one of my aims was to be able to attend Harmony College in August that year. And I did so, and I sang with the Quartet champions, IQ, and just singing with those guys was fantastic. I was thin as a rake, bold as a coot, really weak, but singing with them just lifted my spirits so much.
Amongst all of the uncertainty of the last few months, a lot of big moments in people's lives have had to be postponed, not least for Natalie Faulkner, tenor section leader of Viva a Cappella.
This summer, she was planning to move to the US to marry her partner, Ashley, but sadly, this has been put on hold. However, a couple of months ago, her chorus put together this beautiful performance of Shenandoah as her farewell song. And Natalie, we wish you all the best for the future and hope you can have your wedding soon.
Oh, Shenandoah, I want to hear you away, you rolling river. potatoes need spraying. I bet you keep praying the bugs fall off of the vine. And when you go fishing, I bet you keep wishing the fish won't grab at your line. Oh, lazy bones, look at you loafing through the day. How you expect to make a dime that way? No, you'll never make a dime that way. As you're loafing through the livelong day. Loafing all day.
Great stuff from Grand Central, the 2019 Senior Quartet Champions Bagatelle, and the BABS Quartet Sound Hypothesis there. Now, our social media feeds have been buzzing with activity since the start of the show. What's everyone been talking about, Shanna?
Well, Hannah and Tim Briggs are celebrating their first anniversary in style. Prosecco in hand, Chinese food, and BABS live on the TV. Yvonne and Peter Hughes send their best regards to all of their colleagues on the BABS contest admin team. Go Team CA! Andrea Day is watching whilst making a load of singers' masks that have been ordered from around the world. Bristol Fashion have their wine poured and snacks stacked. They can't wait to see their Harmony family and friends. And a lot of people are really missing being at Harmony College, and this is bringing back lots of wonderful memories. Remember, keep sending in your comments and photos. #BabsLive.
Thanks, Shanna. And now on to our second guest for this evening. He was supposed to be with us at Harmony College this weekend as our guest educator, but we were delighted to catch up with the inspirational chorus director, Jordan Travis, a few weeks ago. Over the years, Jordan has coached many British choruses, and we started off by talking about how his connection with our country started.
It's great to see you again, Jordan. How are you?
I am wonderful. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're really well, thanks. Really good.
Really well.
You're no stranger to Britain. Your wife Liz is British, and two-time BABS quartet medalist Tony Bylot is your brother-in-law. How did your relationship with the UK start and develop?
I met my wife Liz at a Bing convention, so back in 2006, and she came over with Helen, who's Tony's wife. And they came over, just a whole bunch of girls, just to kind of check out the weekend. The Buzz was there back then, and also Toronto Northern Lights were there. And we also have another mutual friend, Lee Sperry, and of course Lee and his father Brian were very integral in BABS. And they kind of were chatting, and Lee totally said, "Hey, you should meet my friend Jordan." And from then on, we kind of were together, and so now we've been married for like 11 years. We have a couple of kids, so it's really cool and a wonderful connection.
Jumping out of Barbershop for a second, we're really curious to hear about your Insta Choir project. Could you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so Instachoir started about a year and a half ago, and the idea was, could we bring people together that may have never sung or may have sung a bit for like a one night or one day experience, teach them, a 3-part song, and they can walk away going, you know what, I learned something and this is a lot of fun. And so my friend Mike Odendahl, he does the audio visual side of things, we started these events where people could show up and be part of these wonderful events, learn, and he would record them professionally, so audio and video, and then create a video to put it on social media. And so when the pandemic hit, we kind of said, well, I guess this is it. And one day he said, you know, I'm a videographer, I'd love to try doing a virtual choir. And so we put it out there with an arrangement that I had of Hallelujah and see what happened. We had 100 people from around the world say, yeah, you know, I'll do this, and put it together, and it was fantastic. We loved it. And then he had this idea that it would be really cool to do something for Canada Day, because, you know, all of the cities and towns that we're in at home, we can't celebrate the same way that we normally do. And so we put this O Canada together. We had about 320 voices, and it's been really incredible.
When you came to Directors Academy last year, you said culture eats strategy for breakfast regarding making long-term plans for choruses. What did you mean by that?
You know, I think a lot of people come up with all of these strategies and things when they're goal setting, like either for their organization or for themselves. And what they forget to do is go, does this actually mesh with who we are? Does this mesh with the culture of the organization? And if it doesn't mesh with the culture of the organization, then it's not going to work.
Tell us about some of the most amusing and audacious tactics you use to keep your choruses engaged from week to week.
So right now, I mean, some of the things that we've done that have been goofy are theme nights. Like we had one night with the women's chorus that was Bold Lips, which, you know, everyone wore bright, you know, lipstick and things like that. So I was right there with them, and they were howling. They thought that was hilarious. You know, dressing up or just being silly, I think is wonderful. Especially right now, we need to laugh. You know, it's so crazy when you watch the news, and I think more than anything, we need opportunities to smile and laugh and just enjoy.
Jordan, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us, and we can't wait to see you in the UK again soon.
My pleasure. My pleasure. It's great to see you both, and look forward to the day when we can all be together again and hopefully sing some tags.
telephone. Oh, and the night goes by so very slow. Oh, I hope that it won't end alone. Till now, always got by on my own. I never really cared until I met you, and now it chills me to the bone. How do I get you alone? How do I get you alone? You don't know how long I have wanted to touch your lips and hold you tight. You don't know how long I have waited, and I was gonna tell you tonight. But the secret is still my own, and my love for you is still unknown. Till now, always got by on my own. I never really cared until I met you, and now it chills me to the bone. How do I get you alone? How do I get you alone? Na 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 na. How do I get you alone? How do I get you alone?
That was Hallmark of Harmony at the 2019 Holland Harmony Convention, followed by the current Labs Quartet champion, Sound Central. Tonight, we're proud to feature some of the best barbershop from all across the UK and beyond, and every year we welcome people from all over the world to Harmony College. Here are a few more memories that you've been sending in.
This would have been my 5th Harmony College in a row, and it's still my favourite weekend of the year. So most of my happiest memories at Harmony College were related to my birthday. Last year was fantastic, having Martin Baglow directing the Harmony College, singing Happy Birthday to me at breakfast, then rushing through to the audition chorus with Sally McLean directing Happy Birthday to me. Year before, Justin Miller directing Happy Birthday. It's been fantastic working with such amazing educators, and the afterglows are amazing. Plus getting to spend time with best friends from across the country.
1994, Harmony College, Telford, and I performed a poem on the Saturday night show called Cosmo, the Failing Actor Knife Thrower. During this, I heard a very pronounced laugh in the audience. It turned out to be Steve Hall, and when I asked him in the bar afterwards why he found it so funny, he said that in one of the verses it mentioned a 189 bus and Wellington Road North, and he used to travel on that bus. It started a lifetime friendship.
I've some wonderful memories of my first Harmony College back in 2015. I was fortunate to be singing tenor in the first ever audition chorus, and what a couple of days it was. Jack Pinto was our guest director, and as he moulded our performance, Jack shared with us a rich fund of entertaining stories about his barbershop life with Old School and the Brothers in Harmony, as well as his family life growing up in the colourful world of New York's Italian-American community. We opened up about our lives too, and soon a powerful bond developed in that chorus, the like of which I have rarely seen. Since then, the audition chorus has had a string of inspiring and illustrious guest directors. But for me, that first year with Jack was a tremendous introduction to what Harmony College is about.
In my many years as a barbershopper, I've been blessed to have experienced many special moments. Among them was a chance encounter at the 2013 convention. I was in Bournemouth with the Cotton Town Chorus, and in the convention centre on the Saturday morning, I started chatting with a gentleman who was clearly very knowledgeable about barbershop and had made a special effort to come to convention that year. Only later, when this photograph was taken with some Bolton colleagues, did I learn the gentleman was John Dancer. John was the tenor in the first British barbershop quartet, known as the Barbershop 4, formed in November 1960. The baritone was brother Tony Dancer, lead David Steele, and bass Bob Witherington. The Dancer family was the driving force bringing barbershop to the UK after father Harry, mother Bessie, and John had seen The Music Man on Broadway in 1958. They led the formation of the Crawley Barbershop Club in 1964 and ultimately the formation of the Association of British Barbershop Singers and Clubs in 1974. Sadly, John Dancer passed away a few weeks after the photograph was taken. So as we approach the 60th anniversary of the formation of the first British Barbershop Quartet, it does seem appropriate to highlight that memory.
Now, even though it's 3 below, let's just enjoy the storm, baby. We've got love to keep us so warm. Happy birthday, wish you a happy birthday, baby. Even though I'm poor, but if you'll agree to marry me, who could ask for anything more? Oh, gee, I'd like to see you looking swell, baby. Baby of mine. Diamond bracelets, Woolworth doesn't sell, baby. Bring on that minister man. I never knew I could love anybody, honey, like I'm loving you. I didn't realize what a pair of eyes and a baby smile could do. I'm saying I can sleep and I can eat. Never knew a single soul could be so sweet. I never knew I could love anybody like I'm loving you. 'Cause I'm getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are gonna chime. We'll have to supper, let's have a whopper. Get me to the church on time. I gotta be there in the AM, dolled up and looking mighty fine. Boys, come and kiss me, I know you miss me. Get me to the church on time. If I am dancing, roll up the floor. If I am tagging, let me sing one more. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, the bells are gone. Ding dong, the bells are gonna kick us by. Kick up a rumpus, but don't lose your compass. So get me to the church, get me to the church. For Pete's sake, get me to the church on time. Oh, I can't sleep, not gonna eat. Getting married in the morning to my sweet. I never knew I could love anybody. Honey, you'll be mine, and the bells
Every Tuesday night we meet online, and together virtually we spend a little time. We talk about our day and share the ways that we have tried to keep ourselves sane. Though it's nice to see you, if I'm honest, it's not the same. My dear friends, I'm very grateful that I get to see your faces. But how I wish that we could be together, my dear friends.
as as rain turns to sunshine and sunshine turns to rain. My love for you is ever sure. And I know you feel the same. Day by day I'm falling more in love with you, and day by day my love seems to grow, There isn't any end to my devotion. It's deeper, dear, by far than any ocean. I find that day by day, you're making all my dreams come true. And come what may, I want you to know, I'm yours alone, and I'm in love to stay as we go through the years, day by day. I love you all the way, You'll find that day by day, I know I'm falling more in love with you, and day by day, my love only grows, it only grows and grows. There's just no end to my devotion. Oh no, it's deeper, dear, by far than any ocean. I find that day by day, you're making all my dreams come true. And come what may, I want you to know, I'm yours alone, and I'm in love to stay as we go through the years, day by day, day by day, as we go through the years, day by day, my love is here to stay. I love you all the way, day by day.
Rounding out our first half, that was Fifth Element, who I think are probably one of the longest distance quartets in the world right now, with baritone Ryan based all the way out in Las Vegas.
Do you know what song I've heard they're learning?
Don't say it.
And I would walk 500
Greg,
miles.
can we bring
and
Shanna
I
in instead,
would
please?
walk...
Thanks, Greg. Before we head to the break, we've got a little game for you. You're in the Afterglow at Harmony College, and you can sing a tag with any 3 people, dead or alive, real or fictional. We want to know who they would be and what you would sing.
When we get back, we'll hear from Vocal Spectrum, Rhiannon Owens-Hall, some music from Signature, and reveal a special surprise performance. See you in 5.
Hilary Pennock, Team Coordinator, Region 31 Quartet of Nations Sweet Allies International. How are you doing? I hope you're all well. We're living in very strange times, I know. So we can't all meet in person at Harmony College. That's a shame, but we all have these amazing tech elves that are keeping us connected, keeping us focused online. So enjoy BABS virtual concert celebrations. Thank you, BABS. Have a great time. Look after each other. Socially distance, mind. Wash your hands. Put your masks on. Be well. Stay strong. We'll see you all soon. Have fun. Bye.
Hello, everybody. It is Crossroads and Signature coming to you from across the pond. We want to wish you the very, very best for this BABS live performance. You know, we were sitting around here talking about all the great memories we've had, you know, on our trips over to BABS conventions over the years. My first time over was in 1989 with second edition in Bournemouth. Had the privilege of going back exactly 30 years later last year with Crossroads, and we had an incredible time. Got to sing with the real group and see so many old friends.
So many memories. Several times. Our first time was with the Gas House Gang back in 1991, actually, with our first tenor, Joe Fink. We went back again with Kip a few years later, and it really feels like home. Just the warm, welcoming people, the great music that's made, the beer that gets drunk in the evenings, all of those things. So, no, I just want to wish you all the very, very best and just thank you for hosting us so often and being such wonderful friends and such great barbershop people.
I think our very first trip with Four Voices out of the country was to BABS. We went back several times and so many great friends and memories and trips.
A lot of our best memories have been at a BABS convention where one of my favorite trips was when they had kind of the mini AIC show. Just all the great times singing tags and like Jim said, drinking beer and having fun.
Were we getting on this call for you guys to rub in that you've been over there 100,000 more times than us?
Actually, what I was thinking is we'll probably do it 2 or 3 more times, and then they'll
before we even get exactly.
Yeah, we'll let them know though.
We look forward to spending time with you in fellowship in the future, and we're sorry that we couldn't be there, but we just hope that it's something that's memorable and it's something you could take home and definitely, hopefully, a welcome distraction for you guys at this time. So,
thank you so much. Well, until we can meet again in person soon, all the best to you and enjoy the rest of BABS Live.
Welcome back. We hope you're all refreshed and ready to go for another hour of great barbershop, chats, and the odd silly bit or two. Before all of that, Shanna, what fancy tag lineups has everyone been coming up with?
Well, we have had some great quartets coming in. Helen would be on baritone, with Michael Bublé on bass, Ramin Karimloo on lead, and Jeremy Jordan on tenor. Tim Briggs would like to sing with Chris James and myself. Now the question is, who would sing bass? And Tom Knight would like to sing with Joe, Dick and Dilith as he misses ringing chords with his family. Remember, keep sending in your comments and your photos. #BabsLive.
Brilliant. I think I'd have to go with Florence Welch, Ed Sheeran and Prince Harry.
What would you call yourselves? Simply Red?
No, the Gingham Gowns, probably.
Moving swiftly on, we're going to feature another amazing performance from the 2019 Holland Harmony Convention, this time from Cheshire Chord Company's Whitney Houston medley. To get you in the mood for this one, imagine you're standing on the edge of a boat, wind in your hair, gazing into Leonardo DiCaprio's beautiful eyes.
Chris, that's Celine.
And I will always love you. You know that I will always love you. And oh my darling, I'll always love you. And I will always love you. It's all in me. Anything you want done, baby, I do it naturally. Said I'm everyone. It's all in me. I need you close right now. From one day to see. I tell you, I can cast a spell of secrets you can tell. Make a special room of fire inside of you. And anytime you feel danger or fear, I will appear. I'm every woman. I'm every woman. I'm every woman. I'm every
Mist of May is in the gloaming, and all the clouds are holding still. So take my hand and let's go roaming through the heather on the hill. The morning dew is blinking yonder. There's lazy music on the reel, and all I want to do is wander through the heather on the hill. There may be other days as rich and rare. There may be other springs as full and fair. But they won't be the same. They'll come and go. They'll come and go. For this I know. For this I know. I've been having a sweet dream. Yes, I've been dreaming since I woke up today. It's starring me in my sweet dream. 'Cause she's the one who makes me feel this way. And even holding a sleepy old toad. And you're a sightless, pale, pathetic lot, and you haven't got a clue. Somehow I'll make I'm never gonna catch my breath. Sing about the don't spare you me. While that fool is still for cutting cheese. This guy's gonna get to death. I really wish that I knew how to swim. You must be swift as a coursing river, with all the force of a great typhoon, with all the strength of a raging fire, mysterious as the dark side of the moon.
Our next guests are easily one of the most popular quartets around. When we started singing Barbershop, we would watch their videos religiously, listen to all their albums, and try and learn their songs, which I think is fair to say is a rite of passage for so many new barbershoppers. We are delighted to be joined by the 2006 International Quartet Champions Vocal Spectrum. Fantastic to have you with us, guys. How are you doing?
Great, good.
Great, thanks for having us.
Great to be here.
Wonderful.
On behalf of Vocal Spectrum, it's an honor to be with you guys. We really appreciate the invite. I know there's lots of great quartets, lots of options out there, so thanks for letting us be a small part of the fun here.
Your rise to barbershop stardom was pretty meteoric. Who are the key people that helped you make such rapid progress, and in what ways did they influence your quartet?
Not to toot Tim Warwick's horn that fast, but one of the big changes was Vocal Spectrum existed before, but we had another tenor at the time, and it was truthfully when we kind of remixed and matched and met Tim at Harmony College. Tim certainly helped elevate the quartet with his abilities to post and just the talent that he brings to the table from a barbershop perspective. But from a coaching perspective, obviously both Jim Henry and David Wright were instrumental in the early onset of the quartet's career with coaching, arrangements.
As far as groups, the Gas House Gang was basically our idol. Not only as role models vocally and as people, but just in their song selection and just kind of how they were so versatile. And we really kind of took that inspiration to be able to try and sing as many different styles as possible.
Following on from your success as a quartet, you've gone on to become coaches to quartets and choruses across the world. How does it feel to be able to share your knowledge and expertise with others?
When we started off, we were the young guys, and we were just learning. And then there came this point when we all kind of looked around and we're like, wow, like we're not the young guys anymore. There are a lot of people that are younger than us, and people are asking us for advice, and people are asking us to coach. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm coaching this group, and this feels like I shouldn't be doing this.
I think one of the weirdest experiences for me, I was with my kids walking around Harmony Marketplace, and these two gals came in. I don't know, they might have been 16 years old, and I was there pushing a stroller, and they literally stopped and like started sobbing and couldn't speak. So my daughter was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong with them?" I'm very famous, Abby. Like, I'm very attractive and a famous guy. So they just like, it was just the weirdest thing, right? Like, just like trying to totally be sarcastic and play it down. But the reality was that was a cool experience because I'm like, man, something we did impacted somebody so much that just the sight of being, around that person was meaningful. And that's like, we don't really take ourselves that seriously. So for me, the fact that there's somebody out there like listening to our recordings and maybe getting something so meaningful out of it that it's changing the trajectory of how they live their life is a pretty cool, powerful thing.
In the Barbershop documentary American Harmony, Johnny famously says, "Put your lipstick on, it's time to dance," just before going on stage. Do you have any pre-performance rituals?
When we warm up, the lead warms up in falsetto and the tenor warms up in full voice. So you'll hear Eric going, "Sorry," and he'll be doing all of that stuff. And I'll be going, "Ha!" and I'll be trying to like, "Ha!" and sing high notes and stuff. And then Chris will be, "Ah!" You'll hear him in the shower just, "Ah!" and he'll be going up for the high note. And then there's Johnny. And if I do this, I'll probably wreck my voice. But he kind of does this like, "Nee!" and I can't even do it. Johnny, could you demonstrate for us? Are you vocally prepared?
I'll blow the speaker out.
He does this like, it's just like this crazy high, like mixed voice. I can't do it.
And you've travelled all over the world as a quartet, both to perform and educate. What's been the highlight of your travels, and where is your favourite place to visit?
England.
Oh, correct. Thank you.
BABS is amazing. I mean, and we've been to how many BABS conventions now? We've been, we were at 2 in 2005 and 6. We were there, so that was in Brighton, and then Harrogate, and then we were there again in Harrogate in 2014, right? And then we were also at the BABS Harmony College in 2018. And I would say all 4 of those were huge highlights for us as a quartet. We loved literally every one of them.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we're really hoping to see you guys in the UK again soon.
Well, thank you guys so much for having us. It's a real honor to be a part of this. This is really, really cool. And obviously, well wishes over here from the States to everybody in the BABS organization. We really, really appreciate the opportunities to hang out with you guys.
Oh, thank you. Well, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, guys.
Okay guys, our latest project. This time, can we please be serious? A 1, 2, 3.
When the day is dawning on a Texas Sunday morning, how I long to be there with Marie who's waiting for me there. Every lonely city where I hang my hat ain't as half as pretty as where my baby's at. This is the way to Amarillo. Every night I've been hugging my pillow, dreaming dreams of Amarillo and sweet Marie who waits for me. Come on.
Harmony College is such a well-established institution, it's easy to take its existence for granted.
In the absence of any other volunteers, we decided to let our resident statistics guru Sam Hubbard loose on the subject. I don't know what's about to happen either.
Bum 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 Statman.
Hello everyone and welcome to the second edition of the Hubcast. As you can see, I'm now allowed outside, and this time we're going to take a look back at the early history of BABS Harmony College. In the absence of things like competition scores and medal counts, we're going to have to look at qualitative data. Now, I know that sounds like a scary proposition, but I promise we'll get through this together, okay? Harmony College's origins are closely tied to BABS' first quartet champions from 1974, the Ringleaders. After winning that contest, they became BABS' first official judging team and quickly set about recruiting some more. Kind of like a cult with more dominant sevenths. After co-opting a number of other volunteers, this music committee soon set to work training new judges and later widened the scope of these sessions to become full-blown education days, open to all BABS members. Inspired by recent visits to the multi-day Harmony College for the Society for the Preservation and Encouragement of Barbershop in America, the idea of a residential weekend for learning about barbershop harmony came to fruition shortly after BABS' 5th birthday. So, what ended up happening at Harmony College? Let's take a trip back in time. Ow. The first Harmony College took place in 1979 at the Owens Park campus of the University of Manchester. On the faculty were a crack team of barbershop legends like Roy Dawson, Lyle Pettigrew, and the iconic arranger and one-time coach to the Osmond brothers, Val Hicks. Nowadays, when it comes to Harmony College classes, you've got more options than Brian Schofield gold medal quartets. But back in the early days, you could choose between the beginner and experienced versions of the same class, which included quartet singing, conducting, and my personal favourite, looking good on the risers. That's my alignment. Now, when it comes to the Saturday evening, the accounts are a little hazy. All that's mentioned in the timetable is evening activity. So that must mean that Rod Butcher, Roy Dawson and Rhiannon Owens-Hall must have invented the infamous Tower Challenge, drinking a shot of something rather medicinal on each floor of the Owens Park Tower. Well, it was the 70s and Rod had a beard back then, so anything could have happened. One man who was unfortunately missing from the weekend was Bob Walker, who had been behind a lot of the organisation of the event. Now, very sadly, Bob's father had passed away earlier that very week. Over the next decade, Harmony College continued to grow, quickly attracting up to 200 attendees a year and a growing pool of educators. And many keen shoppers started arriving on the Thursday night for a long, long weekend. And from these ranks, the Thursday Airs Chorus was born. Spedskisser began to send music educators each year as part of the formal affiliation agreement between BABS and the Society, including Dave Stevens, who gave his legendary "What Are We Trying to Preserve" talk.
Has anybody's Coney Island go see my ass after our chord? Where does that chord go to go? And it'll take you home.
Sorry, that's from my private collection. You weren't supposed to see that. Now, while some women had attended Harmony College since the very beginning, the restriction of classes to BABS members only had meant they couldn't take full part in the weekend. But in 1994, this finally changed when the college was revamped with a current stream system. Non-members could register to attend classes, and Rhiannon Owens-Hall became the first female faculty member. Happily, Harmony College is now a fully co-ed event, with many other iconic women such as Sally McLean, Jo Braham, Gaynor Schofield and Monica Funnell leading streams and coaching sessions for many years, and also with Ali Jack working tirelessly behind the scenes in recent years to manage accommodation. Every year, around 30% of Harmony College attendees are women, from across BABS, Labs, Sweet Adelines, and other barbershop organisations around Europe. So now to the present day, we're all looking forward to November, which will see Harmony College go online for the first time in its 42-year history. I'll definitely miss singing tags well into the Sunday morning, and I can't wait until the time we can have an in-person Harmony College once again. And so are my neighbours, who really don't like hearing loud tenor parts at 3 in the morning.
Well, that was informative in so many unexpected ways. Thanks for that, Sam.
With September round the corner, thousands of students will be getting ready to head to their universities, which over the last few years have become hotbeds of barbershop activity.
Of course, we found barbershop at uni as well, with what became the Manchester University Barbershop Singers, and competed with them in their first outing in the BABS Chorus Contest in 2014.
I have too many favourite memories from that performance, and taking the bronze medal ahead of choruses directed by Sally McLean and Zach Bowles, with a group who had mostly never sung barbershop 9 months earlier, was just surreal.
While the fact that these groups lose a third of their membership each year means it can be hard to keep them running in the long term, recently there have been great societies at Sheffield, De Montfort, Hull and Chester, along with a second society at Manchester.
Of course, we have to mention the University of Bristol Barbershop Singers, whose members have won quartet golds with Park Street and Avalon, and become chorus directors, judges and leaders across the British barbershop scene.
Whereas I'm sat here, in my office, wearing a Hawaiian shirt. Anyway, we wish all the university societies the best of luck for the year ahead. Who knows, in 6 years you too might get to pose in front of your very own tiny postbox collection.
Kick the dust up high and let the feathers fly. Show me where the good times are. Come on and show me where the good times are. That's where I wanna be. Come on and show me where the good times are, and have a drink on me. Come on and sparkle like a chandelier. Treat yourself to a dime cigar. Shine up that bright stone pin, tuck in that double chin. Show me where the good times are. Bad times, sad times, you got your trouble. So what, big shot, just stand in line. Laugh now, dance now, life is a bubble. Don't stick a pin in mine. Come on and take me where the lights are bright. where the music is wunderbar. Get out that watch and chain, that derby hat and cane. Show me where the good times are. Sad times trailing behind me, making do and doing without. In-laws, outlaws, don't try to find me. This is my big night out. Come on and come on and put that razzle dazzle on. Bring me home with the morning star. So kick the dust up high and let the feathers fly. Show me where the good times, ever loving good times. Show me where the good times are. Show me where the good times. Show me where the good times are. Went to a dance looking for romance, saw Barbara Ann, so I thought I'd take a chance. Barbara Ann, Barbara Ann, Barbara Ann, Barbara Ann, you got me rocking and a rolling, rocking and a reeling. Barbara Ann, Barbara Ann, Barbara Ann, Barbara Ann, you got me rocking and a rolling, rocking and a reeling. Barbara Ann, Barbara Ann. I can put my arms around every girl I see. Went to the doctor, and guess what he told me? Guess what he told me? He said, boy, you better try to have fun no matter what you do. But he's a fool, 'cause nothing compares to you. Nothing compares to you. Darling, but now, my baby, I know that I'll go on loving you eternally. Won't you please be my own? Never leave me alone, 'cause I die every time. Oh, when we're apart, I want you, I need you, I never will leave you. I love only you. I love you with all my heart, baby, with all my heart, baby, with all my heart, love you with
This photo is from Harmony College 2017, which was the year that Rob Mance was a guest educator. This photo is taken of Gail Powell, who is the director of Dubai City Sound, Anna, who was just experiencing Barbershop for the first time, with two of the guys from the champion quartet, Portobello Road, with Rob Mance in the background. Only Harmony College would you get a brand new Barbershopper with two champion quartetters and Rob Mance photobombing in the background.
I've been to Babs Harmony College 3 times, in 2017, 18 and 19. 2017 was my first ever Babs event, and so whilst it was very nerve-wracking when I first arrived, it ultimately was an incredible experience. The friends I made there and the conversations I had directly led to the formation of a barbershop community in Hull, which had never really happened before. In 2019, I attended as the Babs Barbershopper of the Year, which came with some quite interesting wardrobe accessories. I have so many treasured memories from these weekends, some serious and some silly, including the time when Sound Hypothesis spent 15 minutes arguing over what key to start a song in, 2 hours after the bar had closed. All I can say is that I think Babs Harmony Colleges are incredible weekends for anyone who wants to be part of the barbershop community, and I can't recommend it enough. I'll definitely be at the next one.
I'm here today to chat with you about the commemorative tree that Babs planted about 5 or 6 years ago at Harmony College in Nottingham. I asked if we could maybe celebrate the commitment and hard work of John Ellis, who basically devoted an awful lot of his time to Harmony College organisation. We planted the tree at the edge of the island in the middle of the lake outside the atrium where we have a bite to eat at Harmony College. It was difficult to find out what sort of tree the ground staff wanted, but we managed to settle on a Salix Schermazina, which is a bronze willow. It's really pretty bark in the winter, like a rosy tinge to it, and because it's a willow it needs to be near water, and it is doing really well. When I planted it, it was 9 feet high specimen, and now it's 25 feet high and nearly 6 feet wide. It obviously really enjoys it there. It's got its own little plaque explaining what it is and why it's there. Please go visit it when you're at Harmony College next time and have a think about those other barbershoppers who did an awful lot of work for Harmony College. People like John Grant, Steve Hall, Neil Watkins, Hen Hume. It was a real honour to plant the tree, and it means a lot to many people, especially the guys from Anvil, where John Ellis was a member.
In times like these, a lot of us have a lot more time to reflect on how we have ended up where we are today. And music can be a really important way to imagine how people in times gone by were dealing with current events.
No one represented this power better than Dame Vera Lynn, who sadly passed away earlier this year. Here are some musical tributes from Granite City Chorus, and first, One Foot in the Stave.
When they sound the last all clear, how happy my darling will be. When they turn up the lights and the dark lonely nights are only a memory. Nevermore we'll be apart, always together, sweetheart. For the peace bells will ring and the whole world will sing when they sound the last all clear. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Some sunny day. Now keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies dry and the dark clouds far away, far away. So will you please say hello to the folks that I know? Tell them I won't be long, no, I won't be long. They'll be happy to know that as you saw me go, I was singing this song.
Hello everyone. Lockdown. We've been busy. We have learnt Handel's Messiah. Are you ready everyone? Pitch. Pitch. Who's got pitch? Surely you've not lost it during lockdown. Where's it gone? I'll find a pitch. Come on, go and find a pitch pipe. Oh my goodness. Muppetry. Utter muppetry.
It has to be you and me, no matter how they toss the dice. It has to be the only one for me is you, and you is me, so happy together. Well, I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life, for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice. It has to be the only one for me is you, and you is me, so happy together.
Finally! Pitch pipe. Can we now get on with this? We would now like to sing Handel's Messiah. Pitch.
Muppetry. Utter muppetry.
Oh, I guess I won't be needing this then. I think it's time to find out what you've all been saying in the comments. What have you got for us, Shanna?
Thanks, Chris. Everybody is really enjoying the show and the memories are flying in. We want to say hi to everyone watching from all over the world, including Spain, Portugal, America, Canada, the Netherlands, Germany, Ireland, and of course the UK. Congratulations to Lawrence and Sophie Hassan, who are watching BABS live as part of their 5-year wedding anniversary celebrations. We have had a late entry for the fantasy quartet from Rob Foote. How could we say no to our fabulous executive producer? He would like to see Duncan Blackerby on bass, lead, Barry, and tenor. And Tim Nuttall, lead of Chromatics, became a daddy last night to a little girl named Adeline Aria. Congratulations. Remember, keep commenting and sharing your memories and photos. #BabsLive.
Haha, amazing. Our final guest this evening is a conservatoire-trained cellist and conductor who has been involved in Barbershop for 47 years.
One of the true legends of British Barbershop. Here's what happened when we chatted to Rhiannon Owens-Hall a few weeks ago. Welcome, Rhiannon. It's great to have you with us. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
You are the first female director of a BABS chorus. We understand that the rules were actually changed especially for you. Can you tell us what BABS looked like in those early days?
I joined with Bob Kay and started Liverpool Barbershop Harmony Club. I think they're called the Grand National Chorus. So when we started, he sort of got some of his friends from the Male Voice Choir engaged in the whole process, as well as the Operatic Society, and came back with a very difficult piece of music that he'd got when he went to the first convention in Newcastle. And he asked me to sing tenor. And he sang bass, and it was the hardest piece of music because I didn't understand it. It was different. And that song was The Old Songs, which of course, you know, was the anthem at the time. And when Bob started the chorus, I sang tenor with the men, never in competition, but always in sing-outs because they didn't have any. And in 1976, we decided to form a ladies' chorus, and I was still involved with the men. But we had a ladies' chorus going as well. And then I still carried on working alongside the men. But then 1980, I took over for Liverpool Men's chorus as the director because Bob unfortunately died. And it was very different. It was very different. The guys in the chorus, it was just another person. It didn't matter. The gender did not matter at all. But they actually really wanted me to carry on. And more people heard about it. And I assume the rules changed. I carried on directing them for two more years, finished in 1982. And then other female directors came along. Before that, I'd been to Harmony College in 1978, but I was one of the organisers or the helpers. Even though we were all barbershoppers, we didn't attend sessions then. But then when time went on, and we were able to go to attend Harmony College and things like that, it was fine. People got used to me being around. That's what it's all about. They got used to me being around. And so being at Harmony College, I was the first woman there as well. And then other people started coming along, and I can remember at the first Harmony College there was enough there to make a small female chorus, and they said, why don't you get the women to sing? So we did, and we sang Heart of My Heart, Story of the Rose. And it brought the house down, absolutely brought the house down. And the guys loved it, you know, and male and female things have been going on and progressing ever since then. So that's great. When I went to the States as the director of the Clippers in 1990, I attended the first Directors College, and I was the only woman there for 3 years, and then went to their Harmony College and was the only woman as a student there as well. But, you know, it's commonplace now, and it should be.
You are one of the legends of the British barbershop scene, having directed a number of BABS and LABS courses, winning a LABS Quartet gold medal with the Blue Chords in 1977, and having been inducted into the BABS Hall of Fame. What is your proudest achievement to date?
So I haven't got anything I'm particularly proud of. I've loved being involved with the Ladies Association from the very beginning. I was one of the founder members there. My membership number is 9. And if I can get if I'm proud of anything, is the fact that I managed to produce a director's college for a lot of students for about 12 years, and developed a huge team to work with and alongside and plan with. That's been tremendous. And going over to to Europe and South Africa, I went there and coached there with Steve when I went there. That's what I like, being able to pass on some of the stuff I've experienced and the knowledge that I've gained, and hopefully it can help other people. That's why I do it.
Thank you so much for joining us, Rhiannon. We really hope we see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm shooting high, got my eye on a star in the sky. On a star in the sky, I'm shooting I'm shooting high. I'll never stop till I get to the top. Tell me why, come on and tell me why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I? You know it's you I'm after. You're my lucky star. I'm on a rainbow rafter, climbing up to where you are. I'll have a time. It's a climb, but I'll make it, 'cause I'm shooting. I'm here and I'm shooting. I'm never gonna stop till I hit the sky. You know it's you I'm after. You're my lucky star. I'm on a rainbow rafter, climbing up to where you are. I'll have a time. It's a climb, but I'll make it up, 'cause you know that I'm shooting high. I'll make the climb, 'cause I'm shooting high. I'll make the climb, 'cause
That was the 2018 Labs Quartet champions Avalon there, singing I'm Shooting High, a song originally recorded by Louis Armstrong.
The modern barbershop style owes a lot to musicians of colour, in particular the African Americans who originated the genre, and many others, such as Nina Simone, Nat King Cole, Sam Cooke and Ella Fitzgerald, whose songs form a large part of the repertoire that we sing today.
For a long time after the start of the barbershop revival in the 1930s, the hobby was not inclusive to these communities. We acknowledge that in reflecting the wider culture of the time, there have been songs and performances given over the years which have caused hurt to people of colour and put them off from engaging with barbershop.
We know that there are no quick fixes, and that this will be a long journey. But BABS is committed to ensuring that everyone feels at home at its events, regardless of race, gender identity, religion, sexuality, disability, or age. Most importantly, BABS will always listen to everyone's experiences to make our association as inclusive as possible.
In that vein, our next performers, the 2019 International Quartet Champions Signature, have never shied away from embracing who they are and bringing their own experiences to their music. Here's their moving performance from last month's AIC show, which includes a reference to the Grand Central Red Caps Quartet, an award-winning group of African-American barbershoppers from New York who were banned from competing in the 1941 National Quartet competition purely because of the colour of their skin.
This song reminds us all of the need to listen to and learn from experiences that are different from our own, to learn from and never repeat mistakes made in the past, and to accept and celebrate what makes each of us unique.
Listen to the song here in my heart. A melody I start but can't complete. Listen to the sound from deep within. It's only beginning to find release. Oh, the time has come for my dreams to be heard. They will not be pushed aside and turned into your own. All 'cause you won't listen. Listen. I am alone at a crossroads. I'm not at home in my own home. And I've tried and tried to say what's on my mind. You should have known, no. Now I'm done believing you. You don't know what I'm feeling. I'm more than what you made of me. I follow the voice you gave to me, but now I've got to find my own. You should have listened. You should have listened. There is someone here inside, someone I thought had died so long ago. Oh, I'm screaming out, and my dreams will be heard. They will not be beside or worse into your own. All 'cause you won't listen. Oh, listen. Just listen. I am alone at a crossroads. I'm not at home in my own home. And I've tried and tried to say what's on my mind. You should have known, no. Now I'm done believing you. You don't know what I'm feeling. I'm more than what you made of me. I followed the voice you gave to me now. But now I've got to find my own. I don't know where I belong, but I'll be moving on. If you don't, you don't. If you won't listen to the song here in my heart, a melody I start, that heart I will complete and know. Now I'm done believing you. You don't know what I'm feeling. I'm more than what you made of me. I follow the voice you gave to me. But now I've got to find my
Really emotive stuff there from Signature. We are now almost at the end of the show, and we have time for one more song.
In July, the Association of International Champions hosted an online show, the finale of which featured a mammoth chorus of over 100 quartet gold medalists.
Here is their very special performance of This Is My Wish and What a Wonderful World.
This is my wish for the world, that peace will find its way to every boy and girl. This is the time for harmony. Let love be the song that everybody sings. Fill the air with joyful noise, ring the bells and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth, let there be peace on earth. Lift your light and let it shine, shine, shine. Let every voice be heard, let there be peace on earth. I hear the sweetest sound, the sound of hope to come. Together we can bring goodwill to everyone. Let it start with you, let it start with me. Let every nation rise to sing this melody. Fill the air with joyful noise, ring the bells and raise your voice. Peace on earth, let there be peace on earth. Lift your light and let it shine, shine, shine. Let every voice be heard, let there be peace on. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them blue for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world, wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world, wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing
That's it. We're done. I'm out of words. Actually, that's a lie. I've still got a few more to go in this link.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We had so much fun doing the show for you, and we're really glad that so many of you tuned in.
Thanks to everyone who took part in the show tonight by commenting and sending in photos. Don't forget, the show will be available to watch again on Facebook and YouTube. And if you need more barbershop in your life, we have a whole month of music coming up with Sing September. Check out the website for more information on what we have planned.
Here to close out tonight's show, we have the BABS Live virtual choir singing Let's Get Together Again and Keep the Whole World Singing. So let's all stand and sing and sway along.
Stay safe, and we look forward to seeing you again next time. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Let's get together again, for we've had a wonderful time. Had a lot of fun, but the time has come. We've got to say goodbye. So pleasant dreams to you, and may they all come true. Until we meet